This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morecheese at 68 for more information. Warning! This podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland. Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
G'day and thank you for listening to or watching the UDU podcast. This is year 3, number 100, presented by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, Morecheese, and me, Ben68, featuring co-host Dak, Joe Lives the Agency, Tibby, 125 members from the Upland Development United team, and of course, general Upland community members. Today's show is recording live on either Tuesday the 9th or, what is it for me, Wednesday the 10th, depending on where you're at, in the good old smelly meat suitiverse. How you doing this morning, Cheezels?
I'm not bad. How about you?
Not bad. Yes, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I'm not
right.
bad.
There's no expectations. You don't have to explain. Like I can't say I'm doing shitty, and then you'd be like, why? And I'm like, I don't really want to go into it, man.
Yeah,
or I
man.
can't say nice because then I'd be like completely lying. So I'm just not bad.
All right. On that note, today we will catch up on some crypto and upland market news. As always, we'll run through our co-host segments and we'll attempt to dive headfirst into some of the controversy surrounding the proclamation of London being sold out. Really? The 2023 Genesis structure ornaments, pricey. Upland Bureau showrooms in San Francisco, where are they? Some Jacky Tsai drama, closed. Some exciting news about Morecheese NFTs and some Aquatics going wholesale. I'm hoping to squeeze in a little shout out to the UCC. And if we have time, we might even try to cover the pros and cons of Upland being as engaged in the community as they are. And speaking of which, right at this moment, X1 is getting absolutely slaughtered in Upland General, but he's holding his own as he does. So well done, X1, for being willing to dive in. And hot off the press, we might even have some interesting information about a little Web3 something that Elijah's just managed to pick up for himself. So we'll see how we go. With all that being said, let's get stuck into the breaking bad news and take a look at what's currently happening in some of the crypto and upland markets. Yes, the good old markets. Now, last week it was all green, but what goes up must come down.
I like that because that's how I make my money. Things coming down.
So global crypto market cap is down 3.2%, still well over 1 trillion, 1.1. So that's looking good. Bitcoin dominance still stuck on 46.9. Where are we at in the coinage? Bitcoin down 2.9%. What are we? 27,669. Ethereum down a touch. Wax is 10% down. A lot of 8 to 10, 6 to 8. EOS down, back under $1. Polygon's dropped, was 96 cents last week, down to 88. What else is sticking out there? Flow, down under 80 cents now. Avalanche, back under $16. Shiba Inu's taking a hit, but look at Gala, 30.4% down. Was 0.037 last week, down to 0.029.
Hey, can I request another coin be put in here? Or is that crazy sauce?
Well, what do you want in there? I'll put it in my notes.
I want the Pepe coin.
Nah, that's fucking trash. If you're playing that, you're just trying to get burnt.
Pepe. I want the Pepe coin. I love Pepe.
The people who are going to make their money in Pepe, they've already made their money. And have you seen the tail? It's red candles for days.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it. We might cover that on the Wine and Cheese show. How about that? We'll
All
follow the drama of the Pepe coin. Yes. If you look on Twitter, that's been tried to be pumped hardcore now because people have FOMO'd into that on the pump, and they've bought everyone's bags, and now they're trying to offload their bags to other idiots. So
yeah.
not financial advice. Do your own research. Yada yada yada. If you go chasing meme coins, you have to be in at the start. Otherwise, oh, mama, that's wreckage.
Don't go chasing meme coins.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. What else is standing out there? Anything else? Cheese, Solana, back flirting with $20.
Nah, I mean it's just a red day.
Yeah, I mean, if you scroll out, it's compared to the pump we had last week. It's it's much of a muchness. There's still not much happening there. In the 90-day charts for Upland, what are we at? We've had a little bit of a boost on the transaction volume, a little bit dropped on the trading volume. As to be expected, this will take a while to pan out with the London releases. Unique active wallets down 7.8% over the last week. Kind of makes sense with London and whatnot. And total unminted properties, we had 3,456 properties minted through the week. We had some extra properties released in, what was it, Sao Paulo? Was it Argentina as well? There's a few extra FSAs got released. Yeah. So not much happening there. The city markets that we cover, I did write down, I probably will patch in London at some stage. I'll just mark this for myself so I've got something to compare to next week. The floor in London's just under 25,000 UPEX and just under $18. What's happening in San Francisco? I'm helping pump the floor in San Francisco in UPEX and drop the floor in USD. I'm doing similar in LA, Santa Clara. Where else am I buying and selling? Somewhere, 3 or 4 places, Manhattan-ish.
So if you're looking for a face to put to the pitchforks, that's the guy right here. Look at
pitchforks. It don't make any sense to get the pitchforks. How about some thanks? I mean, if you want to cash out of San Francisco, well, I'm pumping the UPEX floor. And if you want to buy in, well, I'm dropping the USD floor. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes. Probably Manhattan and LA's had the biggest hit on the USD. And
What's going on in Dallas?
Dallas? Where am I
Is it because of that game that Grom did? Because it's starting in Texas there. Dallas is at the end. It's the only one in the green.
Was 12,000 UPEX last week, up 12 to 12,800, was $6 last week, up to $6.32. Man, that's a little pumpage.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The arbitrage is not the right word, but you get what I mean. The price difference between the UPX and the USD is reasonable there. It's it was really healthy in Santa Clara. That's because me and a couple other people are doing battle with the USD floor there. That's kind of extending beyond making sense. Once you get under that 50% mark, it's like there's better opportunities out here. Same with Manhattan. Manhattan's well under 50%. Currently, San Francisco is kind of the most healthiest. And Rutherford does pretty good too, but they don't seem to move very fast. So, I don't know. Anybody else got any market news to share? No. You're buying somewhere specific? You're selling somewhere specific?
Going somewhere specific? For what?
No.
What are you talking about then?
Crickets. All right.
Somebody say honk or beep or poke. Let us know you're alive.
Yes. Proof of life.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Yay,
Nice.
thanks.
All right, Cheese, is there anything else that's sticking out that's been happening in Upland to you this week? What's the dealio?
Week. Oh my God, I wish Uplando was here. Well, okay, yeah. There are things like they've been selling the pawn block explorers in the Upland Bureau places. I really hate the way they do it, personally, where they mint them in the factory and then they push them over right away, whatever they have, and then the same people get them because, you know, aliens, I don't know. And it's like, why not just wait till you have a good amount and then put them over? Because what's happening right now is not,
It's not much fun. I mean,
it's not. It's like Black Friday every day.
yeah. Well, I've got a bit of a whine that I was going to touch on later in the show about that, but we might as well dive into it here. Upland Bureau. I should check that. No. Back in the day, it was always, you know, exclaimed, pronounced that San Francisco is the Genesis city. Everything's going to happen in San Francisco first. That's the golden child. Well, San Francisco ain't getting no love. Where's the San Francisco Upland Bureau showroom? The Upland Bureau factory is in Fresno. It's the hub of San Francisco, you know, the little connecty thing. Why? And this is with all of the stuff, all of these things. You can't say it's because they don't have any land. There's plenty of 5,000 upspread properties around that are locked. They could mint those and get those built. As somebody who's been around for a while and who literally bought into that proclamation, if you're an Australian, you'll know this reference. Not happy, Jan. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks. It's supposed to be the Genesis city. It's supposed to be the cream of the crop. But yeah, like I said, it don't get no love. I don't know why.
That reminds me of that song, Jump Around.
Yes.
Cream of the crop, the rise to the top. I never eat a pig because the pig is a cop.
Jesus. Yeah.
Sorry.
Crispy.
I'm making you too happy.
Yes. So that kind of sucks. I don't understand why. I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate traveling to LA. And then like I was there for like 2 days and they kept putting them in Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's like that whole system where they get drip fed over. Yeah, they just get gobbled up. That was like the gnome situation. And it's not until that's probably, when you look at the figures, it's probably 5, 6, maybe, I wouldn't even say 10 people just gobbling them all up until they satiate themselves or run out of funds. There's not much crumbs there for the rest of us.
Yeah.
No Festivus for the rest of us.
You can't blame them for gobbling them up. Like,
no, absolutely not.
They're taking the time to do it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to take the time to do that. I want to either have it or not, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like if you've got the funds available and you are capable of sitting there and doing that, yeah, well, props to you, because you're gonna make some bank on the back end, you would imagine. So with some flippage. How much are they? They were pretty expensive.
Well, I don't know how much the ornament structures are, but I know the other ones were like 20.
What are they? The soldiers and whatnot. Yeah. The chess pieces. Yeah. Yes. So that was one thing that popped up. Anything else on your radar?
Or you could just like not go for the razzle dazzle of the corporate stuff and just go for community made stuff.
UGC. Yeah.
Which we will always make sure that we have enough in stock and let you know exactly when it's going to be released, like we've done in the past.
Yes. Robbo just picked one up, he said. Yeah, well, I did see when I was looking at what was happening with X1 and Upland General, DTech pinged me to say that he was talking about DTech's workshop in Upland General, and X1 said then all of the meta ventures that have been emailed to say you are approved, they should all be opened within 30 days. So that was the proclamation that was just made in Upland General. So hopefully that comes to fruition and we should see a whole swag more of UGC starting to filter out. And yes, I think you're right. needs a bit of competition to drop the prices, because some of these prices that Upland's putting out there are starting to get ridiculous, I say.
I mean, other than that, they had to meet up in London, which I was looking at the pictures. It looks really cool. They have the ornaments for Genesis Week coming out. They look really awesome, actually. Didn't some of them, like, they say they're coming, but didn't like a few of them sneak out and some people purchased them already?
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
Doesn't surprise me. Maybe they were just testing I'm convinced they have an automated system where stuff gets moved from the factory to their showroom. I don't believe for a second that, partners like Jacky Tsai are sitting there on their mobile phone moving stuff over like we have to do.
Well, if you give me share, I could show you the Genesis Week ornaments.
Yep, let's do that. And I've also got one to compare up. I've got the 2022 Genesis ornaments too. We can look at those.
Nice. So these are really, wait, let me grandma size this. All right, so these are really cool. I really like that.
Apartment buildings, only 80 available. Like, why? Why?
Yep.
This is
Genesis Week. It's like, I don't know. That's crazy.
It appears like they're trying to limit the supply to justify boosting the price, but come on, make this available to everybody.
That's cool.
This is not available. It's not cool. It sucks. It's a temporary ornament that you want as much of Upland to be decorated with this stuff as possible in the short time that we have available to decorate it. These prices are outrageous, I tell you. Now, in comparison, I think, yes. No, that's that. Let me check. Where is it? So this is last year's Genesis structure ornaments in comparison. So these were UGC created, so this was good. They put it out in the community. The quality on these, okay, they're not the greatest, sure. But this was a full year ago when a lot of the community wasn't as skilled as they are now. I believe it was very rushed as well. But look at the quantities here. The apartment, Retry 88's apartment, 2,500 available, price 15,000 upwards. Yeah, that's doable. What's another good one? I gobbled up tons of the townhouse, Lockheed's Rocket Llama townhouse, 1,500 of those, 8,000 upwards.
Yeah, Zoe makes a good point.
What's the
They're trying to create like a frenzy to make it like exciting, and I get that, like, but it's just not.
You're just putting a handful of these in the hands of a few people when it should be spread out to the community. We should be able to see all of the various node projects being able to be decorated in the Genesis structure ornaments. Yeah, these prices are just outrageous. 65,000 UPEX. What's the townhouse? Townhouse, 80 of those available, 45,000 UPEX. What sucks, I can tell you, I won't be buying a single one of these, which sucks because I always wanted to, do everything that's available. But yeah. I'm personally not supporting that. I just think that's not cool, Magoo. So yeah, I don't know. Anybody else chime in? Be devil's advocate. Tell me I'm wrong.
I wish
You're
I
wrong.
Can we agree?
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe-
I feel you, brother.
Yeah.
Maybe they will release other collections.
Oh, they better hurry up.
For Genesis Week, yeah, the time is going. Like less rare ones. I mean, that would be cool. Yeah, give
That's
people.
a perfect point.
Yeah, like people want the rare ones. Go ahead, fight over them. Like Black Friday. I don't go shopping after Thanksgiving. I just don't do it. Give me a simple one that I could put up for Genesis Week. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to get it just for selling. I'm going to get it to put it up.
Was that was Nosif, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a great point. Yep. as Morecheese said,
Yeah.
make both options available.
Yeah, I think having something. Oh, go ahead, Zoe.
I was just gonna say, sorry, for me personally, if I wanted to get one of those structural ornaments, it's gonna cost me $50+ to load up my account with enough UPX to be able to justify it, so, or like afford it sort of thing. And then you've got to justify that expense. So as an Aussie with the exchange rate, I won't be touching any of these structural ornaments.
And don't forget
And you
too,
might
Zoe,
not even-
you'd have to get up at 2 a.m. to try and to get in the order list to get them. So
And you might not even get one.
yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully they
I was
take
just
that
gonna
feedback on board.
say, you know, they should definitely have something where people can still be a part of it and get involved, and the people who want to frenzy can frenzy, but people who just want to still be a part of it, they should have something that's more affordable and more accessible for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Yeah.
that whole UGC side of things, maybe that will help in future years. Obviously, it's a bit too late this year. We know that I don't think there's no open UGC structure ornament Metaventures yet, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but we know they are coming. I expect by this time next year, they'll be in full swing. So maybe they can pick up the slack there somewhere. Have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I'd love to see event themed Mac assets. You know, if they were to reach out in advance to all of the Mac asset creators and designers, and say, look, we've got this event coming up. Would love you to design a Mac asset, you know, have it submitted by this time. And I'd love to see that, you know, because then there's more user generated content getting more exposure based on the events, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, we'd love to see that too. I can tell you that Samurai Aquatics still has Christmas submissions haven't been approved. We still have, what else have we got? Cheese, Valentine's Day ones still tied up. We've got a whole bunch of exactly what you said. You know, themed, you know, event themed decor ornaments, at least outdoor decor map assets.
Yeah.
Sorry, that we've submitted, and they're just lost in the approval process. So
I made
Yeah.
a really cool Valentine's Day one, and I can't wait for it to come out.
yes, yeah, there's a whole Valentine's Day jacuzzi as well. There's a really cool looking Santa sleigh. There's a whole bunch of stuff we submitted that's all lost in translation, so we say.
I just finally submitted my first ones thanks to Shacklin and Tosshead or Tosshed, and yeah, I don't know how long that's going to take.
Yeah, I
That's
know
cool though.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. There's a bunch of people
you.
in the existing community that are, you know, there's still people that only manufacturing 1 or 2 items, and we've waited now. Shit, at this stage, it's nearly 2.5 years. So, yeah. All right. Hopefully, this ain't going to turn into a complete wine fest, but we'll see how we go. I don't know. Did TV jump in the house? TV?
He sure did.
Hey.
Perfect timing.
Sorry, I've been in and out. I'm having some connectivity issues due to being on the road. But I am here to tell you all about what's not happening in the world of legit.
Oh no, the wine fest continues. Take it away.
Well, I feel like probably the people who are whining are the ones who aren't able to sell the things. But yeah, it's just been quiet. There's slightly everything's ticking over, but there's not been any real movement. Certainly that I've seen outside of the usual statistics this week. Usually there's some like run on a thing or someone's really excited about an item, but I get the impression everyone's just saving up their UPX and what dollars they have for whatever inevitably happens during Genesis week. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Picked up a couple more cars this week to sell on, but other than that, it's been pretty quiet. I'm just desperately waiting to find out whether I can get one more prop in Bishopsgate in London, because I was fortunate enough to mint 2. And I'm trying to see if I can get a third. But yeah, on the legits front, still nothing really on the football side. There's tons of FIFA stuff in my FIFA store in Vegas, which is below 200 UPX at this point. So I've got tons and tons of stock if anyone's looking to pick up some cheap legits, just if they've got the odd tiny amount kicking around, please feel free to pay a visit. And then the rest of it, really, you mentioned structural ornament stuff already. Waiting on more meta ventures to get approved to manufacture them. I've got my my showroom now, but again, not had. I think I've had one sale through there this week. It's tricky because it's hard to really gauge what the true value of some of those is.
Yeah,
I think yeah, much like a lot of the other legits, people are still sort of trying to get their head around the utility aspect. So we'll see how that pans out during Genesis week. I've got a whole bunch of stuff listed on behalf of other players in there. So again, go take a look, see what you think. They might be willing to negotiate. I can point you in their direction. But in a bid to avoid turning this into a sales pitch for my stuff, I'm going to hand back to you unless anyone's got any questions about any legit things.
legit questions. Yes. Well, you haven't touched on cars there. How's the car situation been going? Have we seen the price of the 2023 S1Rs come down, or you got your finger on your pulse of what's happening there?
Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't sure if Dak was in, so I didn't want to step on his toes for anything. But car sales have been slow this week. I don't know specifically why. There's definitely good deals in USD still, but I think the market in general has been pretty quiet. I think on the S1R stuff, it seems like there's not as much excitement around them as there was for the original series ones.
Mm.
So I've seen, people were asking like $2,000-$3,000 for them. I'm now seeing them several available for $1,400-$1,500. So based on the trends that I've seen over the last few months, I would suggest that they'll probably be available for around $1,000, which isn't actually that much over the mint price. So I think if you fancy your chances on value increasing on those, it's probably not a bad time to reach out to somebody who looks like they're trying to get rid, because I think there could be some deals out a ton of money thinking that they were going to get an opportunity to sell on for 2 or 3 times the price, and then it just didn't quite work out for them.
Absolutely. All right, mate. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to jump in today, even though you're out and about.
Always a pleasure. Sorry it's not from my desk and a little rowdy in the background.
All good, mate. Thank you very much. All right. Now, normally we would throw over to Dak, but he's not in today. He did send me through some stuff to cover, and apologies, I'm not 1,000% sure what I'm looking at, so you'll have to bear with us on this one. But they have sent through, Dak and Mass sent through the leaderboard for the URL Champions Cup event that's taking place at the moment. So here we have, currently in first place, we have the one and only Mass Chef. He's got 20 points ahead of Matsuda R. And in third place is SC Kicker.
SC Kicker.
Still pretty tight there in the top 5-6 places. 3 races have run. Look at that. Mass Chef is in first place overall. And that's on the back of a third place finish, a 7th place finish, and 10th place finish. So that RNG, wow.
Yeah.
Anything else sticking out at you there, Cheese? Spots. I wonder what spots means. 5 spots.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what that means. So congratulations, Mass Chef from Castle Elite Racing. That's the official URL racing team. Currently leading the way, and there is a secondary thing they've put up here, which is what's coming up next. So May 12th, we have another race in what? I can't read that. It's too tiny.
Get your,
It's too tiny.
you got a grandpa it.
I'm going to grandpa zoom. So that's in the Rio Promenade, and that's brought to you by Diamond Auto in O'Hare. So there's another race there, May 12th.
Nice.
And then a couple of weeks later, they got the next run sponsored by Samurai Aquatics, May 26th.
Woo-hoo. Wow, that's a great poster. That's beautiful.
I wonder who put that together. Brush your shoulders. Nice. And then, of course, the big finale, the Genesis Loop, sponsored by the one and only UCC. So apologies, Dak. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that much justice, but as I
I
said,
like the colors of it. They made it look like week race into Genesis week with the different colors.
yeah, they've gone for the whole
They're
whatever
thinking
Upland
it's going
theme
to be
is.
like a grunge band.
A grunge band.
Yeah, because like one of those structural ornaments was a shirt like with the grunge.
Might be gonna put the defibrillator on Mudhoney or somebody. The Screaming Trees or something. That'd be cool.
The Grateful Dead.
Yes. Grateful Dead went grunge.
Oh no, all right.
Yes. All right. And I do believe that
Plaid, thank you.
Plaid, yeah, Plaid shirt. The URL has its own YouTube channel now with they put clips up all the races, and that the links for that is in the description. So make sure you check that out.
Description.
Description. Where we at? Robbo, did you want to dive straight into you, and then after that we might
Oh, flannel too.
we might
Flannel,
tap Elijah on the shoulder to hear what he's got to say.
Oh,
What do you roll?
yeah.
Excellent. And I am an owner of one of those plaid shirts.
Yes.
There's no doubt. Anyway, welcome to episode 31 of.
Devil like it's hot. Devil like it's hot. I thought Jazz was gonna say it with me.
I should have called her out.
You should have. She did so great before.
She is good. Thank you.
Drop it like it's hot.
Better late than never.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So Joe is not with us, obviously. He's still powering half of California with a solar tree project. And of course, he's missed as always. And I was swamped last week and I got a phone call, so apologies for that. And I had to take it. So nice timing. But so how far did you guys go? Did you look at the Flintstones?
Oh, we kind of
Yes.
touched on it briefly in our shitty way. Yeah.
We did a decent job, but they were so cute. If you wanted to show them again, I wouldn't mind.
If you wanted to put your spin on things, go for it, mate.
Sure. So I mean, so Flintstone Series 1 from Funko came out, excuse me, 11 a.m. PT. And so if you're into Bedrock and Bare Feet, this one's for you. It will be sold out when you view this video, but the secondary market, you can score some goodies. After going the whole month of April, we finally do get some, like this gem today. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. The Grail is Fred Flintstone, the Grilling Edition, $9.99 available. The Legendaries have $1,800 available, and the pops you could get is Fred's best friend Barney Rubble in a fireman hat, the Flintstones pet dinosaur Dino with bone, and the last Legendary is Wilma Flintstone holding pebbles.
No.
And that one's cute. There's a royalty, which is Freddie Funko as Fred Flintstone, and there's 2,000 of those available. I haven't seen this show for many years, but it kind of brought back some memories, and I kind of knew everybody. Do you guys know all the
Oh
characters?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Where's Bam Bam?
Oh, he's in there.
Oh, he's in there? Okay.
I've seen him. He just doesn't have a physical pop, So anyway, so that's the series for the Flintstone. Enjoy those. Also today we have one of Joe and I's favorites, Boneheads, as they drop head number 122. And that's at 4:44 Eastern time, 1:44 Pacific. These have been some of the best flips that I have come across, and they're cool. So I do have a hard time selling them, but and I think Joe's gone over Robert Bone's accolades, and they are impressive. But something to look at. Never financial advice, but just filling you in on all the hottest wax projects and drops. Wednesday, we have a set of bonus items for resource runs over at Tales of the Crypto. And that happens at 1900 UTC or 11 a.m. PST. And there's a little more exciting news out of Tales of the Crypto. A few days ago over at Westminster Abbey, we just got a new King of England. So this Sunday, and get ready for this instant classic, Tales of the Crypto dropped their Dead Coronation pack.
Cool.
And I can only imagine how gruesomely awesome this is going to be. So don't forget, Sunday at the same time as Wednesday's drop, 1900 UTC, 11 a.m. PST.
Cool.
So from royals to artificial phalluses, Drawn Company with the dildo cons have their second wave. Sorry, I had to.
No, that was great. That was perfect.
Where they're dropping their second wave of PFPs, and that's going to be on Friday at 1900, 11 a.m. PST. That's a popular time, I guess, for more vibrating action. So you gotta love those weird projects here and there, you know. And just to prove that, just to prove that they're all fun and games, their Twitter name is Funny NFT Guy. I just thought I'd mention that. And lastly, we have a big reminder to all the listeners that this Saturday, the 14th, is Mother's Day. So don't forget that and get her something nice. And in honor of that, our old friend who loves those kitty cats, cat stickers, have something for the occasion with her Mother's Day drop. And that happens Catter Day at 1800 UTC, and that's 10 a.m. PST. So I would like to wish all the mothers out there a very, very happy Mother's Day. And no one would be here without you, of course, and you're appreciated. So that will do it for the steaming episode of
Jazz. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's
Drop
hot.
like it's hot. Drop like it's hot.
Thank you guys. Hopefully that didn't bore you.
No way.
No, hell no. I always look forward to your segment.
Thank you. Sorry about last week, though.
That's all good.
No,
And
we got it.
32
We got
in
it.
chat has said, I imagine me trying to explain to my mum what a great gift is a kitty NFT. Here you go, mum. Here's your kitty cat NFT. Yes. All right. Now, before we kicked off the show, Elijah was very excited in chat about something that he's currently playing with. Are you there, Elijah, to give us the goss? Well, what have you got yourself? What's this all about?
What up, everybody? So I ended up picking up the Oculus Quest Pro, Oculus Meta Pro, the Pro version of the Oculus Quest. So I did have a chance to play with it, man. It's crazy. It's enhancing everything. You got questions before you want me to just jump in and spew all about it, man? Because I'm having a good time with it.
Now, did you have the first one? Like, how does it compare to? Because I believe you and I had the same one before. So now this is the step above it, right?
I've never had the Quest 2. I've used it though a bunch of times. And the difference I've seen it mostly is that pass through. The pass through on the new Quest Pro gives you the mixed, that's it, gives you that mixed reality. So let's say if you're playing a game, right, in a small, so if you have a tiny room, so you couldn't utilize your whole room as your VR area, you just use a small circle. And if you step outside of that circle, it fades back into the normal room through the camera view. So you don't miss a beat. Like if you just had to jump out of the game and get your baby something to drink or something, you would be able to see through that with the headsets on. So you don't have to take it off. And it's full color, and it has that level of depth and dimension that feels almost real. It's a little grainy, so you could tell that you were wearing glasses, but you could easily function with them on.
It looks more comfortable too, because I know when I do my Beat Saber, like I after a while, like I have to take it off because it's like just giving me this huge headache. But it looks like it's a little more enhanced in that aspect of comfort.
It is a little bit more enhanced with comfort. But if you already have the Quest 2, I don't know if I would recommend upgrading to the Pro. If you have the Quest 2, this may be for someone who doesn't have a Quest and is looking to jump in there. But one thing I wanted to say though, it gave me the ability to. Did you know that you can use those Oculus Quests in the spatial environments that we're creating?
Yeah.
So the real no, we got all the different spatial environments. Y'all have a spatial environment. When you wear the Quest goggles in those spatial environments, it is uncomparably different. Like it's a difference. Like you can have 1,000-inch TV screen in front of you, but when you put these Quest glasses on, it takes you through the TV screen. So you've been to the Real Note Theater before. This will put you actually in the theater where you're looking around. You can see your seats, you can see the ceiling. You can just see different details that you would have taken for granted before. It's just all on a whole nother immersive level. So what it caused me to do is I went in and started editing some of the Real Node's spaces, and I realized that some things were a little bit off because we weren't looking at them with Quest glasses. We were looking at them through the phone and through the computer. So you could see some of the 3D objects weren't touching the floor properly, like they may be hovering like a foot or so above the floor. So I just was able to go in and just make slight adjustments to the rooms. But the level of immersion, like, do you still have your Quest 2, Cheese?
I do.
So to connect your Quest 2, all you would do is download the spatial app in your Quest glasses. It's going to generate you a number code, and you connect your spatial app to your phone. But
Nice.
when you connect, it's on a whole nother level. Please tell. I mean, I've actually was just hanging out in my theater. Nobody was in there with me. I was just slowly walking around looking at stuff. The textures of the car's texture is so smooth. It looks like vinyl and latex at the same time. Like it's hard to explain.
I'm gonna have to, next event you have in the Real Node, I'm gonna have to go in there via my my goggles.
Yeah, show up with your glasses on. You got. That's the only way I'm showing up from now on, because it's just on a whole nother level.
I did get something really cool for Genesis Week.
What'd you get?
I got this thing that is gonna like attach, and it's a camera.
Oh.
Yeah, it was expensive, but it was my birthday gift because my birthday is May 31st. I got the box here, so it's like it has like a thing. Yeah, and then I have like a portable charger to have in my pocket, and I'll just be like talking to people. I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey," because last time I had one of those selfie sticks, and I've never used it before, so like it was like I kept almost dropping it either way. I guess it is like you have to practice or whatever. But I didn't like it at all. But so if this is here, and then it has a wristband. So if I want to record, I just press it on my wrist. If I want to take a picture, I just press it on my wrist.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's very convenient. To be your own cameraman without it inconveniencing you. Nice.
Yeah, and it's like very light. Very light. Right.
And it can record for a long time, like it can handle a strong SD card.
Yeah, it comes with this really, really awesome tiny SD card. So tiny. I hope I don't lose it. Jesus, I think I lost it. Oh, there it goes. Like it's like
it's a mini.
Really, really tiny. It's 64 gigabytes, but I could probably get another one and just switch it out. And I could have it transferred to the cloud too, via my phone if I connect it to my phone.
That's nice. Congrats. That's a good grab.
Thank you. I like this.
Upland Puppet has asked in chat too. Do you know if that whole spatial Real Node LA works with the Quest 1? That's the one he has.
It should work with any Oculus Quest. And we're located all across the map now, so he can access the Real Node in any city now. But yes, you should be able to do it with any Oculus Quest.
It'll probably just a difference in the amount of details and whatnot, and of course, the comfort level of those Quest 1s were like bricks on your head, weren't they?
I heard they were. I think the only difference in the Quest Pro is people will be able to see your facial expressions a little bit more clearer because it has cameras aiming at your face.
Yeah, we covered that on the Wine and Cheese show. Like, it was crazy when Zuckerberg was showing that off, like the amount of detail in the facial expressions. You know, you weren't just like a kind of static, cheesy 3D avatar in there. It was getting crazy realistic.
Yeah, that eye tracking is something else too. It really tracks your eyes, and you could play with it to see if it's really working.
Nice.
Serious.
All right, Elijah. Well, we appreciate you jumping in and give us the heads up on that. I just checked the price tag. She's pretty hefty, 1,700 and something Australian dollars.
No, it dropped down to $900. It's on sale for $900.
Oh, US. Nice. There you go. So that's definitely in the range of doable.
Mine was 300, so not as bad, but mine is not the same.
The latest, fanciest. Yes.
Well, not the same genre. Mine is the recording thing.
Oh, that thing. Yep.
Yeah, I don't even want to tell you how much my Oculus costs.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of expensive, that might be a good segue into one of the first topics for discussion. Did anybody follow along with the drama of the whole London sold out, but it's not really sold out thing? There's been a whole heap of drama associated with that that's kicked off. Anybody want to dive in?
Say that again.
Well, maybe I'll just bring it up.
I got my blinders on.
Let me see if I can find that.
I got too distracted.
Where are we? Here we go.
I think it was a tweet, right?
Yeah, this is the tweet here. London put this out. Upland put this out. The United Kingdom is quickly becoming a hotspot for metaverses, and thank you, Zoom, for jumping in right where I can't see. Our recent sellout in London and Birmingham proves that Upland is at the forefront of this strategic market.
Yeah.
Why would they?
So either they pre-wrote this, or somebody really wasn't paying attention,
or AI utilized the wrong way.
That's true too.
Yeah. At no stage was London or Birmingham sold out. They're still not sold out. You know, is it miscommunication within the team? Is it an overstep? Is it fake news? Or, I mean, is it deliberate misinformation? I mean, where do you want to go with this? There's some people in the Twitter space are just mad fudsters, and they just jumped all over this and went hammer and tongs all in on the FUD and the drama.
I wonder. That's interesting. You said they did it like purposely as an option, not that they did, but like maybe they did write it the wrong way just to see who would jump all over them, kind of thing.
Oh man,
but that's really, I know that's really not a good way to do that experiment on something so big.
Yeah, and so important. I don't know. Anybody else want to chime in? Because I personally, I just think it's just the.
Ben, if you put your head in the middle, it looks like you have the llama ears. Oh my God, that's so cool. Sorry. Girl, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes. I don't know, Cheese. Well, what do you think? Take your filter off?
I mean, it's hard because I love Upland, and it's hard, you know, when you have a child and you need to punish them, and it's hard because you love them so much and you don't want to. It's hard to say anything bad, but yeah, stuff like that really needs to be looked over. Like maybe, you know.
Yeah, there needs to be some quality assurance in the pipeline somewhere, some fact checking, because it's not even close to being true.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like they need a proper editing department or team, that all of their social media, all of their announcements, everything, you know, that is going to be publicly scrutinized the way the Upland community does, is going to be spell checked. It's going to read properly so that it's able to be comprehended by all, you know, and that it's giving accurate information.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what?
the-
That's a good point, if I can. And to add to that, if I'm a new player and I'm just looking for something new to get into, and I saw that article, and maybe I wasn't necessarily involved in, London, and I went and bought something else and then checked later, I feel like I might have been misled a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually hurts their business. They're saying it's sold out, so people are going to think, "Oh, I missed out. I'm not even going to bother." When in fact, there's heaps of properties there.
I mean, I have
Good
a
point.
suggestion. Like, since these are things that are going to be going out into, correspondence in Twitter and so on, maybe create a sort of committee that really loves Upland. I'll be in it if you want. Tap me on the shoulder and just say, hey, these are the things we're going to be putting out in Twitter today or tomorrow. Can you please just look it over?
Yeah, if it's something like that, if it's not like new features or something, yeah.
Yeah, no,
makes sense.
yeah, and everyone's gonna see it the next day or the same day even, or maybe in an hour,
Yeah.
Could also be I think it would be a good idea if they approached all the fudsters, all the Twitter fudsters, and be like, all right, we're putting this together. We want you to read our shit and help us make it, get them involved and a little less fuddy.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yes.
Those fudsters do not know what they actually want, and when they get what they want something else.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I think it was Jedi just asked in chat, is London not minted out? No, there's hundreds of properties still available. The price tag is hefty. The floor for the minting in London is 91,448 UPEX. So she's pretty hefty, but there's still, pages and pages of properties available. So
She's still happy.
And do you guys think this kind of shows like the disconnect that Upland has with their own game?
Yep.
What if
I
it's
don't
like
see how it
this?
can't.
What if it's like this? You only have to have 50% meat and a burger to say it's a burger at McDonald's.
I get what you're saying, but yeah.
What if it's 95% sold out, is that essentially sold out? If it's 90% sold out, is it?
They could have put it in those words. They could have said almost sold out. And I think people would have been okay with that. That one word, almost, would have made all the difference. And now I want a hamburger.
Yeah. If they said almost sold out, what they're doing is they're fueling the FOMO. The people that have maybe been semi-interested in London, they're going to think, well, shit, I better hurry up and get one or they're going to be gone. When they say sold out, those people are just going to say, oh, I missed out. Oh, too bad. So, yeah, it's very poor choice of words at the very least.
Well, it's 293. How many properties were in the London release?
24,000 or something like that.
So I think 19K for London and like around like 10K for Birmingham.
Oh, really?
So 30K. So 293 out of 30K. That is essentially sold out, right? I mean, 99.9%.
That's just London. I think there's still sways left in Birmingham, the FSA zone, isn't there?
Oh.
I like the way CJ's thinking,
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's dead right. I mean, it is almost sold out, and you're right too, Cheese. But that word is incredibly important. So
yeah.
I mean,
what if they meant to put it? What if they meant to put it and they just
all of reality is 99.9999% empty space. So yeah,
he's getting a philosophical
on
on
that
us
a little bit. All right, yeah.
My tag I always put out there is everything is real if you want it to be.
This is true.
Yeah, so I think that was it wasn't cool, put it that way. It wasn't cool. So yeah, and as I said, some of the fudsters went all in on that, and then of course just dug themselves a massive hole. As always, there is a constructive way to offer feedback, and even if it's negative, and there's a very unconstructive way to do it, especially on Twitter. It seems most people just go for the most unconstructive way possible. which is kind of entertaining, but cringy at
It
the same
makes me
time.
nervous. It gives me anxiety.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, my baby's getting beat up.
Jeez.
Yeah, they've got feedback channels for a reason.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, they could really just pump the link to their feedback post or thread or whatever. So yeah, there are better ways of doing things than just openly blasting a game or a platform.
Yeah. That becomes
It's
a
the
kind
same
of
people all the time.
yeah, it is, and that feedback channel becomes a people get sick of them constantly saying just put it in feedback, because the feedback you get from submitting feedback is pretty much non-existent. So there's posts in there that are the highest upvoted of all time, and yet it doesn't appear that that's. I'm sure they're taking attention on that on the back end, but you don't see much action happening. But this is a slow moving steam train of a thing. She ain't a Formula One race car, this old baby that we're sitting on. So do need a big dose of patience at all times. We already touched on Genesis structure ornaments and the prices. I already have my wine about the Upland Bureau showroom. Yes, next up was a bit of the drama that happened with the Jacky Tsai showroom. Now, at 3 a.m. my time this morning, Paul M71 shared a screenshot in Upland General that the Jacky Tsai showroom had been closed for unpaid venture dues, which is kind of hilarious. But I did, when I got up, I went and checked it, and well, actually the Jacky Tsai showroom is now back up and available. So it seems like that was just a temporary thing.
Poor Jackie.
But yeah, it's
Macca's. Sorry.
well, I was just going to say, BC, did you want to give us the summary of some of the shenanigans and tinfoil hattery that kicked off associated with that? Is he still here, BC? Didn't fall off his chair into the background pond, did he? No. All right. So if I'm remembering correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Cheese, but the gist of it was that some people were speculating that actually Jacky Tsai and the Upland Bureau and this, that, and the other thing, it's all Upland. They're just playing shenanigans and pretending to have these partnerships and whatnot. That was
You can't pretend to have a partnership with Jacky Tsai. Do you know the implications?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It might be Upland running it for them, which I could
Yes.
see definitely, which is, whatever. I don't care. If
Yeah.
they are, can you please make the output better, Upland?
Yeah, I mean, it goes to the FIFA partnership and all the other ones. I don't think there was somebody in FIFA head office manually moving their flags and all of the other items from their factory to their showrooms. It would have all been automated, or it would have all been handled by Upland as part of their deal. So yeah, the Jacky Tsai showroom getting closed for unpaid venture dues, obviously that's just a temporary oversight, and Upland would have fixed that up internally as soon as it became, as soon as they became aware of it. So yes. So I thought that was pretty funny.
What do you Aussies call Burger King? You call McDonald's Macca's. What do you
Hungry
call Burger
Jacks. Burger King is Hungry Jacks.
King? Really?
Yes.
Hungry Jacks.
Yes. And the town that I'm from, where I grew up, there was a place called the guy got sued. He had a business open for ages. It was called Hungry Eat at Jack's. So
That's hilarious.
yeah, Hungry Jacks.
What do you call the Whopper? Whoopers?
We just call them Whopper.
Whopper.
Get a Whopper in you. Get it up your mate, we'll say.
Get it up you.
Stick it in your face hole, yes. All right, so yeah, we did have some, like I said, there was some drama there with the unpaid venture dues with Jacky Tsai. There are swathes and swathes of MetaVentures closed all over the map for unpaid venture dues. It is a thing. It could be very easy to forget your venture dues. It would be nice if that does happen to you, that Upland would give it the same amount of attention and get it fixed up in the same sort of speed that they did for Jacky Tsai. All right, Cheese, now I'm going to throw over to you. You had some very exciting news pop up. Was that yesterday or the day before? What's going on?
Oh, I thought I muted myself. Am I
You're
muted or
famous.
not?
You're famous.
Everyone keeps telling me that. I don't feel famous.
Well, you might not be rich, but you're famous.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I got accepted into Hug. Now this is run by Randy Zuckerberg. And
Is this literally the Zuck?
yeah, the sister of Zuck.
Oh, the sister. I thought it might have been the missus.
See, so I'm getting more into the Zuck family than you are, and Zuck is your best bro. So are you jealous?
Ex best bro.
Oh no! You'll be
You forget
back.
that whole thing? We went on that roller coaster with the wine and cheese show.
You'll be back.
Anyway, that's distracting. What's this all about? Morecheese
All right.
Pixel Palace. What's this?
All right, so I applied for it like when maybe on Hug and Danny were in a Twitter live together. I looked up the Hug thing and I was talking about it. I was really impressed with it. And I applied and it was over a month before I heard anything. I almost given up. And yesterday morning I got accepted and I was talking to Lori from there. And they're really nice, they're very welcoming, and basically it's like an inclusive place for artists and collectors in Web3.
Cool. It's got all your
And
linkies.
I got all my links. I could do commission work through there. Thank you, Kinder. And yeah, it's a really great community. Like you get points for writing reviews. And with those points, you get certain things and certain permissions and whatnot. And it just brings you more and more into the, I keep reading that face hole. More and more into their company. So it's pretty cool to be recognized. And yeah, it made my week. So that was awesome.
Nice. And is there anything particular you're working on at the moment? Any pieces?
There was a piece that I put up in my OpenSea. Let me see if I could pull that up. It's for, there's a lot of stuff I'm working on. That's the thing. Like I hate working on the same thing over and over again, but I always get these dreams and I try to kind of put them together sort of thing. But I am working on, I did finish something that's for 4th of July, which I thought came out really nice. I'm trying to find it so I can. Here we go. I'm going to share this. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I was going to submit this on 11/11, but then I fell in love with it and I wanted it for my own. So I ended up giving them something else, but you could see, and I put cheese in there. If you see that little thing right there.
Find the cheese. Yes. Oh,
And
yeah, I
then
can see.
if you look closer, somewhere there's another cheese. I think this is covering it, but I put like little cheeses in there. And then like, these are actually, I just had the eagle flipped and I layered it behind this eagle. And this in the background, I wanted it to look like an old wooden flag. And I thought it would be so cute if the two eagle beaks came together to make it look like a heart.
Ah, that's clever.
Right. And then I did like the background, the clouds. I just did it in GIMP with smudging and whatnot. So every single thing in here is cheese.
Awesome. All right. If you want to check that out yourself and dive in and give Cheese a review, the link is in the description. All right. Now we got some stuff kicking off in Samurai Aquatics as well. We've had a lot of people over the last couple of months ask about wholesale deals. We did a couple of tentative test versions of that, and we kind of went back and forth with a whole different bunch of systems we were going to do. And Cheese, DTech, and I got together again recently to go through that and finally put something out. And today we can happily say that, yes, we are finally ready to start taking wholesale orders. Now, this doesn't have to be, you don't have to have just a decor showroom. This could be if you're a node project and you want to, you know, decorate your whole area and boost your neighborhood score and all of that good stuff. This is available to you as well. There are a few important caveats to note. I'll bring this up. So we are offering a 15% discount on a UPX price. And that's all based on our showroom retail prices. And we're going to increase that to 20% off if you do that through USD. Of course, you have to figure in and calculate in the 5% fee on top of that. And all the USD, that goes back into our business to buy extra Spark. Unfortunately, that doesn't go towards buying Oculus Pros and all the rest of it. It all gets pumped back into the community to buy Spark and whatnot. So yes, this is available as of now as we're putting this out. Another caveat is it must be a 20 item minimum order before any of the discounts apply. So if that interests you, let us know. Now, previously with some of our testing wholesalers, we said you have to stick to our showroom retail prices. That was when we offered a much higher discount. However, now we're just opening this up. We we played around with the numbers. We reduced the discount a little bit, but then it'll be just once you pick these up, you just list it for whatever the hell you want. If you want to battle us for the floor, or if you want to put your premium on it, that's all up to you when I can try and police that. So if a wholesale deal on any outdoor decor or map asset items interests you, then get in touch. You can sling Cheese, DTech, or myself a message, and we'll get your order put into the showroom. Lickety split. Any questions about that? No?
Sounds awesome.
It's taken us a while. I kept palming people off because I was overseas for a month, and I was like, you know, we'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. So,
Do they have any more mechanics to make that a smooth process, or how does that go?
yeah, unfortunately there isn't. Currently, the only way to do that is I list the items on reserve in the showroom for people, so they would have to you'd have to go to San Francisco to pick them up. Or if you really didn't want to do that, you'd have to factor in the cost of buying up a bunch of legits to send legit swaps through. That would be a huge pain in the butt. And would probably work out more expensive than traveling over. So yeah, anybody who sends me a DM, I can send you that information card. I'll probably put it out on Twitter and whatnot anyway. So yeah, it's important you crunch the numbers and see that, you know, you can make it work on your end. We're not trying to gouge people, but you know, we got to cover ourselves as well. It was hard to find a right balance where, you know, if you put the discount amount too much, well then people are just going to undercut us on the retail price, and then we just shot ourselves in the foot. So it's a fine balance. We'll do a few ones and see how it goes. All right. What else have I got up next? We got a few more things to cover. Oh, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the UCC. If you've been following along with this show for any length of time, you know that I have worked very closely with the UCC pretty much since they first came on the scene. And I don't know the numbers, but I would have to be at this stage. I think the last time I tweeted out, I was over 300 properties developed with them. It's probably pushing 400 now, and several tens of millions of UPEX worth of contracts I've done through them. They're currently building my last item at the moment, which I believe is a showroom in Oakland. And after that, I'll be taking a very huge break, probably for the rest of 2023. I don't envision building anything else unless we get some news at Genesis Week about utility. Cheese and I kind of went on a big rant about that in last week's Wine and Cheese show. We're hoping something comes to fruition there. If not, yeah, I'll be taking a bit of a break. But yeah, just wanted to say huge shout out to Mass Chef, Option Guru, Dak, everybody over at the UCC who's worked closely with me over the last 2 and a bit years to, you know, pretty much get I think I've got all of the UDU neighborhood node properties all built out except for Lone Mountain. It'll probably, I've got so many Lone Mountain properties, it's going to take me ages to just work through those and see what can be built where. And yeah, I'll probably try and save up and get that sorted out probably towards the end of 2023 or the start of 2024. So yeah, if you're looking to undertake some very large construction projects, there is the UPEX Spark Exchange, of course, which is a fairly automated system. I enjoyed the personal nature of that UCC offers, where you can work closely one-on-one, individualized contracts, and this, that, and the other thing. So make sure you get on over and check out the guys and girls at UCC with what they've got going on. All right, now we do have a little bit of time left. I've put this down. I mentioned this before we kicked off with the show, the pros and cons of Upland being engaged in the community. Now, we've kind of seen some of the cons, like we mentioned the whole Twitter fiasco. I mentioned that X1 was getting, jumped on from all angles in Upland General this morning. I don't know. Does anybody want to chime in on that? I think Upland is it's almost unique in the fact that it is so open. All of the management team, all of the CMs, everything, they fully engage in the community. I certainly don't see that in any other mobile games that I play. I certainly don't see that in any of the other investment platforms that I engage in. So
I think it's amazing. I think that the engagement they have on Discord and Twitter, a lot of places will just ban you right off the bat. I've been in a lot of projects where if you put the smallest bit of FUD, they'll just ban you. And Upland gives you so many chances. They're not gonna take personal attacks, which they shouldn't. That's disgusting. That's whatever.
Or vague threats and things like that.
Yeah. I think that they're also approachable. Like if you did mess up, you can go to them and apologize and do better and turn over a new leaf. They've given plenty of people more than one chance. There's just so many chances they can give them. But yeah, a lot of like D-Tech a lot of the time pride gets in the way on the user's part. Frail egos get in the way. I think people need to find a venting partner and like, just because it's you want to, like, you get that aggression. I get it. It's normal. It's very normal to get that. Like, I vent to Ben vents to me, I vent to others. Like, just don't put it in public, until
it's been through a filter. Like, there's been plenty of times where I've written, like, especially like in the lead up and all of the delays we had with the outdoor decor, there's plenty of times I wrote up like just absolute roasting DMs or whatever, and then you take it away or you send it to somebody else, and they can look at things from a devil's advocate perspective. You really have to go out of your way to get perma banned. But for Upland, I just really wonder, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Well, I'm looking in the general chat in Upland, and I feel like it's ended on a really good note. So like all this aggression and stuff has actually been, calmed down a lot just by X1 coming in and just kind of like sharing and back and forth.
Yeah. I don't know. Anybody else want to chime in? Is Upland being so engaged and open to interactions with the community? Is the juice worth the squeeze for them from their perspective?
I think it's awesome. Oh, go ahead, Nosif.
No, go ahead, Steve. Okay. No, I mean, like, if they have plans to decentralize at some point, they really have to include the community at the first place. Otherwise, like, like the I don't know, the sauce. They can't make the sauce, you know. It's a really complex balance between as Dirk mentioned it in the London meetup. It's a really hard, really sensible balance between decentralization and centralization. And it takes a lot of skills to achieve that. And I think if we were, you know, in the team, we will see that like in another all other perspective. I guess. I mean, like, I don't know, but yeah, that's my guess.
Yes. All right. Over to you, CJ.
Yeah, I think he made some great points. You know, when you have more liberty, you know, there's a lot, you got to take more of the bad with the good, you know, whenever, you know, it's almost like communism in a point, you know, you don't have that much freedom, but it's going to save face in a lot of instances, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I love the fact that you actually feel like you can have a voice and be heard and really contribute. Now, do people abuse that? Yes. Do they take it for granted? Yes, you know. But to really see the beauty of it, I mean, like you said, I mean, how many things are you involved with where you really have this close of interaction and engagement with the team and the groups? I mean, that's really an amazing gift in a sense. I mean, but it's really how things need to go, you know, with decentralization and in that direction. And when they're at the forefront of so many frontiers and kind of paving that way, it's not going to be as graceful as many people think it should be, you know, because it's easy to comment on it while someone else is doing it. But when you get in the heat of it and doing it, you know, it's a whole different ball game. So I say kudos, you know, and the patience and just all of it. I think it's really awesome.
That's a good point. And C3 in chat has said Upland's team values every single user because anyone can have genius and super simple idea for them to implement, like send sales. Someone asked in general chat, and we have it now. Yeah, but we did ask for send sales like 3 years ago, so you know there is an aspect of that too. So, anybody else want to chime in?
There's one thing I want to say real quick. If you see a buddy getting extra passionate in chat, send them a DM and say, hey pal, do you want to do a one-on-one talk, vent to me or something? I have actually did that to a few people this past week, and it was very helpful. They thanked me. If you see me doing that, please do the same, because it's like, so yeah, go ahead. So you
It wasn't this week, Cheese, but you've done it to me more than once, and I would have been, I was ripping mad. Cheese is like, hey, would you like to talk about it, puppet?
Yeah, let's go in voice, or let's go in there. Like, a venting buddy is so good to have, because in the heat of the moment, you just want to be heard, right? You just want to be heard, and sometimes you get to a point where you don't know what you're saying, right? So might as well you just do that in private, get it all out, you feel better, and then you go out into the public.
I agree. I think there's a feeling too of not being alone. You know, when I feel like I missed out on a sale or I missed out on something, you know, it does feel better to know somebody else. Misery loves company, right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, well, we know that the community is one of the major strengths of this whole thing. So yeah, it's important to utilize that when and where you can. It's also important, I think, to have a diverse viewpoint. Like some of these full-on fudsters, they get themselves in little echo chambers of just, you know, it's a tornado into the abyss where they just fuel each other's fires, and you know, sometimes you need an outside perspective.
Yeah, and if I may just add like a point, it's there is another thing, like it's really crazy in Upland. If you even get banned from the general, there is so many other communities that are relying, like all the news, etc. So like to really be kicked out from the whole Upland community, it's almost impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, you really have to go out of your way for a sustained period to get perma banned. Yeah. Yes.
I think they just need to hire Morecheese and be like, I was picturing like a Italian like mafioso. How about you not do that? How about we could talk about it? Let's step around the corner. Huh?
Office, eh?
Hey, come on.
I'll be the Upland guidance counselor. Oh my god.
That's funny. Yes.
I'd get like so many nightmares.
New meta venture opportunity. Yeah. Community counseling headquarters in every city coming soon. All right. On that note, let's give away some stuff, shall we? Jazzy Jazz did send the snapshot through to me, so I'll bring that up now. Thank you, as always, Jazz. Now I will run through this slowly. Happy MFR, kinda Morecheese. Now you wanted me to get you out of there, didn't you, Cheese? So you're gonna stay? All right.
Nah, get me out of there.
Awesome. BC for fun. C3, Zoe Drifter, Elijah, Eric, Finn, Laban, Maui, Nosif, Rob, Shaq, Simone.
No phrase
Teddy,
this time.
Chetty, Chetty. I said Jedi, Puppet, and Jazz.
Chetty.
Did Detect's in, isn't he, or did he bounce out again?
He had to bounce.
Okay. Anybody else missing? Speak now.
20 people, 20 participants.
Posted in chat. I can't see it.
Oh, let me see.
We got an extra ping in chat.
Teddy said put his name 10 times.
10 times. All right. Well, on that note, let's go. Who's gonna have a chance today? Zoe might have it. No, C3. Borderline.
Wow, congrats C3.
Thanks, C3. Let's see what you're gonna win. So let's go over to the, what are we calling it now? The Wheel of Map Assets. Not that one, this one. All right, let's see what you're going to win. Lots of outdoor decor items sponsored by Samurai Aquatics to give away here. Did I press it? Yes, I did.
I messed this up so bad.
Oh, it's ticked over. All right. Another Halloween sign.
Well, it's funny. Those Halloween signs are very sought after because you can only get them if you buy 5 trees.
Yeah, or when we do competitions and giveaway. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got spammed with DMs and in-game messages. Everybody, I got at least 15 messages saying, hey, how can I get one of those Halloween signs? And I just have to keep saying, sorry, they're not for sale. The only way you can get one is to, buy up some other stuff.
Can you open this for me, Ben?
What is it?
It's like a bottle of vitamins.
No, you'll have to get Sorley under that one. Oh,
there.
throw it at the cats and see how they go.
And my screen, you're to the left of me, so I'm just like
nice. Right. C3, congratulations on that. I'll send you a DM, or it's helpful if you can ping me a DM and I'll follow that up. Oh, you look at that in chat. You've done the perfect thing. In-game name C3 24R15. And is that your Discord name as well? Yep. All good. I'll follow that up with you this evening, late this evening, my time. Well, that's all I've got. You got anything else, Cheese?
Be sure to do the wine and cheese challenge, where all you have to do is show that you're subscribed, and give us a like on our last show.
And you get a free NFT.
Yeah, you want me to show it?
If you want to bring it up, if you're working on it, while you're getting that ready, I'll just say that we didn't have a quips this week. Remember that quips stands for question, insight, provocations, and statements. If at any stage you have some Upland or UDU related quips that we could dive into on the weekly UDU podcast, let us know via the Google form. The link is in the description. If you include your Upland in-game name, well, you're going to win yourself a prize, just like C3 did. So, none this week. All right, what do you got, Cheese?
Gosh, I do. Oh, here it goes. All right, hold on.
Now, let me just check Upland General, because normally after we stop recording, there's always some new announcement. So I'll go and have a look at that while you're getting that ready too.
All right.
Oh, seems to be clear today. Amazing.
So I've been working with color splashes, and if I go really close, you can see the pixels.
I think that's awesome. I love that.
Thank you. So
Ooh,
do the
nice.
challenge.
It's beautiful, Cheesy.
Thank
Crying
you.
like a lion in Zion.
And I was doing this live, but nobody came to look.
Aw.
I know I was
My-
all by
Where would they go
My-
to look, Cheese? Where would they go to look?
Go to MVE, and if you see me in video game chat, I'm playing video games, gaming chat. But if I'm in talk, that means I'm live streaming art.
Yes. Now, Cheese has been busy working away to start setting up the MVA server, which, if you don't know what that's all about, have a look through the MVE YouTube channel, and you'll see there's a little clip there. Everything will be merging over to the MVA at some stage in the not too distant future. Thank you for all the work you're putting in there, Cheese.
Should I show him a sneaky peeky of the banner?
No,
Or-
you should. Oh, the banner.
no?
No, keep that under wraps. That's
Keep that
a
under wraps, all right.
that's a Genesis Week exclusive. That one, I think.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
and talking about Genesis Week exclusives, I'm going to have a Vegas only NFT and t-shirts made up for Vegas. Some will be given as prizes. There'll be raffle tickets. There's going to be so much at my booth. At the MVE booth, it's going to talk about everything: Samurai Aquatics, the new Meta Ventures we have, hopefully coming up, the new site opening MVA, which encompasses everything. It'll have U2U info, MVE info, wine and cheese, all that good stuff.
Yes. Absolutely. All right. On that note, Cheese, get us out of here. Look, we're bang on
Us outta
time.
here?
Perfect. Yep.
Stay fresh. I love you, cheese bags.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up, and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally, stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating, and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz, and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.